Hello everyone, I'm Gizmo161286 and welcome to my 12th video on YouTube. So a little bit late, better late than never really with this one. It's obviously the On Track currently going on for the Progetto Tier 10, so we've got a few games today in the Pantera. Have finished now on this and got the standard B, and I was debating whether to do some videos on this or not really. I know Mr. Sidescrape has put a couple videos out down to the sort of auto reloading thing, or mechanic I should say, for this. Sorry, excuse me. And I thought, yeah, it'd be quite good to maybe sort of show people just kind of what you're in for if you are sort of towards grinding this now. Maybe quite a few people have actually got to this, although it's quite late in the On Track. Yeah, maybe quite a few people have got to it, and how my experiences with it, because like Mr. Sidescrape, this is, I've got the Ariete, and I had the Ariete just before getting the Pantera, so it was a bit of a learning curve with how it is. But I got these first two games sort of being more bottom tier. I think this is a heavy tier 9 game, and just sort of showing kind of how I've started to play with this tank now and trying to get the most of the DPM out of it, because the DPM really is not great. If you're gonna sort of dump your whole clip there, you do have a really long reload. So I guess these sort of these first two games are kind of just trying to sort of show how I guess I've maybe not learned, but just getting to grips with managing when you should dump your clip, especially being the sort of bottom tier, the sort of lower down. If you're top tier, it's a little bit different, I guess, but especially being the sort of bottom tier, you need to really pick your moments in this tank when you're gonna look to try and get the most out of it, really. In the Ariete, which is the tier 8 premium version technically of this tank, I guess, if you're going to compare it with the sort of the stats and how it plays and everything like that, it does, the Ariete has got a bit of a slight better DPM. I think on this damage per minute is about 2,800. This is all obviously base stats, nothing else added to that. The Ariete's just over 3,000 odd, so that does make quite a big difference if you're going to go around dumping your whole clip all the time. So with this, I've definitely found best thing really very early on in the game is just to try and just fire that one shot, because you can get it down to 5 seconds with all your your perks and your rammers and everything like that, and then try and save that clip for more towards the end of the match, when you know that you can just go around and clip out other tanks. Yeah, so I guess it's very easy to not show restraint in wanting to dump that whole clip. Main reason being probably because this is the only line I think that has the auto reload, and everything else is just either single fire or your sort of standard auto loaders. So yeah, it does actually take great restraint to really manage how you are going to use this clip to its full potential. Just point out, did get very lucky there. I don't know why Malky, little shout out, he is a streamer as well on Twitch, go check him out. I don't know why he didn't try to come around and end me, but he didn't. So now this is where I just want to maximize. He's getting, he's going to get pummeled now from every direction, and that's where I just want to maximize that clip potential. He's facing somewhere else. The team, the Reds, kind of folded now, so yeah, this is now in that sort of point of the game of whereby you want to just try and maximize that whole clip potential. So yeah, this tank, I've kind of have a bit of a love-hate relationship with it. When I first got it, it starts off with a 2-rounder, which is fairly decent. I had some decent games. Actually I had some decent games throughout the whole run of grinding this tank, but when it got to the middle side of sort of the middle end of the grind for it, it was really annoying. And although you get the 3 rounds sort of fairly early on, the penetration values on that standard round is shocking. I think it's 165 at 100 meters. So, and you're not going to be going up and brawling tanks within 100 meters, you know. So, trying to pen anything frontally, alright, is just non-existent. I found. So, I fired mostly premium in this game anyway, but yeah, just the standard rounds on this tank in general I found just seem to troll me, so it is a bit of a premium spammer in some respects. So that was kind of like that's trying to play it conservatively, and not firing premium, this and that really did start to bug me, and I just got to the point of, okay, it's just gonna have to be premium then, just to get it to do anything really. And it got a lot better, to be fair, as people can moan and say, oh, you're spamming premium, but you're not a light tank, you can't just go whizzing round trying to get behind anything, and it's not actually that fast a tank in general. So I think it's just one of those, and if you had the option, you are going to play the Ariete over that, just because the DPM, it's got better view range, it's got slightly better camo. So yeah, I don't feel scrubby in frying the premium on that one. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sort of as well for the tank, very standard setup. Optics, rammer, and vert stabs on that. Don't run the premium consumables other than the food. Don't really know why. Couldn't tell you. Yeah, so that first game got MVP, which is quite nice. I managed to actually take out Highlanders in that as well, which was quite satisfying because we came up against him, I think, the previous night, and the Reds were the team he was on, just absolutely wrecked our team. So it felt quite nice taking him out, to be honest. I'm not going to lie. So next game on Mines. This is going to be a tier 10 game. So this is literally back-to-back games, just because I kind of wanted to show it's easy in some respects for people to upload constant mastery games because you don't see all the guff in between. But this tank, I found these 2 games are the bog standard average for how I think people should expect this tank to perform. And I thought it was quite decent, the fact that the first game I think was tier 9, maybe 1 or 2 10s, I'm not sure. This game is definitely a tier 10 game, and just how sort of playing that slight bit of conservatively with it, you can still do decent, you know. So yeah, I think it's just nice to see the bog standard games, just the average games, and what you can kind of expect from this tank. There is another game after this, which, spoiler alert, it is a mastery. So when it is top tier, it can really pump out some good numbers there. So should have actually waited for that to reload, and then another bad shot. So we're now on a full reload instead of actually waiting for the first one to come in, and I'm kind of now stuck waiting for best part of 25 seconds. We see the tank sort of pushing out. Just, I think being tier 8, I wanted to get the damage in early, so although I haven't waited for the reload, I just kind of prioritized and wanted to do some damage, because I don't know, yeah, that was my main aim in this one. Was I think if you're kind of more of a topper, higher tiered match, if you're top tier in a match, I think just you can sort of bait it a bit and get that 5 second off every 5 seconds, and then waiting. So we've had a bit of enough. We're gonna wait now to fully reload. I quite like this spot on Mines, to be honest, just because I can see you can get shots. If people want to push up to that ridge, you've got shots. People going down the 1 line, and then people pushing down that 3-4 line as well. So just checking it. Obviously get spotted up, back up, make sure we get behind the cover. And our team have kind of stalled a little bit on the bottom, which is a little bit annoying. I can see the TD on the one line there is pushed up, so I'm thinking, okay, that's time to make eventually try and make a little bit of a push, try and get something going. Still even Stevens at the minute, but the Reds do have the high ground, and I know people moan a lot about mines. I like mines. I don't mind it at any tier, to be honest. I think it's a decent map. It is kind of whoever gets that middle bit does tend to win, annoyingly, but I prefer to see this at tier 10 than I see Cliff. Absolutely hate Cliff. So we've got Type 4 Heavy that's found himself in the middle. Again, just wanted to get him out the game, so I decided to dump the whole clip and just wait to go around and see what happens now. So push it down to the 268 version 5 is here, which is quite nice because he's a nice big heavy hitter. See the Jaegeru. Did think about shooting there, decided to wait for the full reload, only track, and then try to hit his lower plate. He's repaired, but then he actually gives us the lower plate, so we managed to get one crit, one bounce, and one actual hit, getting some nice assist off that as well, spotting him up for the 268. And now it's just kind of still pretty even, but I want us to try and get this flank, so that's why I want to push down. We see the Artie round, so we know Artie's in A1 as well, so that's why we're sort of heading down towards this way. Spotted, make sure we get back into cover, try and see what it is. Silly pushing out like that, but do manage to take him out, get the one snapshot, which I know 70 Karma hates, but if it's there, abuse it, I guess. I'm sorry, Petty. At least I aimed a second shot as well. So again, now waiting for the full reload before it's wanting to try and push out. See the waffle. Now we got this reload, we can just take the waffle out without worrying. Wait for the reload to come up again now. And they actually fell quite quickly after that, so it was quite surprising actually. Do get spotted up again, but the medium up there gets taken out straight away. So we obviously know Artie's down here. It is a skill cannon. Very good chance he could one-shot me, which is why I'm being a bit cautious here. Proxy spotted now, so he knows I'm coming, and we just managed to get in there before he can actually, maybe he wasn't loaded, but yeah, literally just didn't want to die at the end there. So again, not the most outstanding game, but 4 kills, MVP, back-to-back MVPs, was pretty nice overall. Again, had to sort of spam that premium, and we got the first mark on it, but those 2 games are just very standard Pantera games I found. Actually, saying that, unless you pay 360 and he's top of the leaderboard, smashing it. So he must just be firing premium constantly. That's the only thing I can think of. He's cheating. Stop it, Petty. I'm telling you, stop it. And hot cross buns are amazing. Don't ever say they're not. So this is when we're obviously top tier on Sand River. And this is actually probably, I mean, I've only had 2 masteries in it. This is actually probably, I would say, although in experience wise I didn't get as much as the other one, is the best game I've had in this tank, just for managing that clip and getting the most out of it. So first 2 games we were tuned up with Burnster, this time we're with Swifty. So we both decided there's no arties, so let's go and hit that middle ridge. And sort of like Swindle has said before, this ridge is not as powerful as it used to be. They both get a ridge either side, but it's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, maybe like Swindle said, spawn points or something have moved. You get very rare sort of shots now. There's 1, maybe 2, and then the position's kind of dead because everyone's got into their positions, their covers. and you will get farmed very quickly, as Swifty does find out actually, who ends up, I think, for 90% of the game on about 100 hit points. So we got our 2 shots in. That was enough. I know tanks are pushing down, so I'm just going to come up by this ridge here, just so I can get shots on anything that does try to come over, and also anything that comes down into the middle, so I can still help the guys in the middle there. So there's a platoon of CS-44s that have come over. They're pretty much going to stay there all day. I don't actually know what hit me from the side there, but now we can see the T-77 is a KV-5, and because there's no RT, we can literally just stay in this position. We don't have to worry. There's people in the middle giving us cover, there's people on the right giving us cover, and we're just that annoying little boy who normally kicks the ball over to your next door neighbour's garden and you have to go out and pick it up all the time. Just being that annoying little git, and just popping shots over. Yeah, and this is kind of what I was on about, I think, I was saying about the clip management. It'd be very easy to try and keep, it's come out, just try and get 2 shots into him. But because they're literally coming back and forth constantly, just firing that 1 shot, getting a quicker reload, because the alpha's not great on it, it's only about 210 I think, which obviously with 6.0 you're more chance to low roll than anything else. You just want to try and get all the shots in you can as quickly as you can. So knowing that they're coming back and forth and just having that restraint to only fire the single shot to make sure I get that quicker reload for the DPM has really helped out in that particular situation, because if they come over and I'm not getting a shot into them, I'm not helping my team out, that's a loss of potential damage for B. So T-77's coming around, bit of a scary tank. Actually that's a KV-5 first. Did have standard loaded, not going to pen in with the standard, it's just so switch that to the APCR, and I'm just going to sit here now and just get that full reload on. I know they're not going to push because I've got people behind me, so just got to be that little bit patient. And then for whatever reason this guy comes up through the middle, I don't want him to shoot me, so I'm just going to track him and then just dump the whole clip in, or try to. Again, he manages to get away, so instead of trying to go out and look to fire, we'll just let it reload, because there is still wary of that KV-5 and the T-77, so if they do push around I want to be able to get some really good damage into them to make them pay. So T-77 does try to come around and he backs up, so maybe he's on a reload down, but he's getting shot at either way from someone up on the dunes. There is a Yag Tiger down there, and there's also something when talking to Swifties, something is literally, not sure what it is that's spotting us up to begin with. Do spot up a Hydra. I'm surprised if something was that, but so just trying to be that little bit cautious. And there's the Yig 8.8, an annoying tank. It's actually a very good tank. It's got the pref matchmaking, which really helps it. And this 77's made a massive mistake now, so he's come out. Really want to get him out of the game, so decide to dump the... I don't know what I did there, I was zoomed out before, but yeah, wanted to dump the whole clip into him. And it's just a bit of cat and mouse really, just kind of waiting so KV-5's taken out. Instead of waiting for that final shell to go in, I know that 2 shots can take him out, and we do. So we've cleared that middle bit, and now it is literally just about pushing, trying to get down there, because I know they're camped in the K line, K1. So yeah, we just want to get down there now and get as much damage as we can. We've already done over 2,000, 1,900 assists, so it's pretty nice, considering there's no artillery for the assist there, so that's really nice. So yeah, we're going to push down. Swifty's talking, saying that he's going in more through the middle to look over. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to get behind him as quickly as I can, try and get a crossfire going, spot these guys up again, get some more assists, and here's the Panther, which was the one I was fairly worried about, but we got back to standard round actually. We do get a buggy coming over to help us, which I'm pretty sure is Petty's favourite tank right now. Again, we don't want to lose the hit points, because if I push I'll probably get slapped twice and it's just not worth it. This guy's coming down, so I'm just going to wait for him. There we go, get one into him, snapped. Boogie kind of sacrifices himself a bit here, didn't actually have to do that, so we're going to dump the whole clip in, so we just want to get this Panther out the game. And now he's a 2-shot for us. So this is what I mean now by the long, was it a 9 second? It's 9 seconds. I was hoping that the boogie would be alive still, they'd get one into him and he'd be dead by now, but he got the boogie out, so now I'm just waiting. He fires, misses, and it's literally just a mop up now. So Pantera is actually, it is an alright tank. It definitely needs to run, make sure you've got your rapid loader, rammer, I would say food, because you just want to get that reload down. But in that very early part of the match, try your best to manage the shots, just to try and efficiently maximize the DPM that you can get in it. It is very hard just to restrain yourself from not just fully dumping the clip all the time. Like there, I probably should have fired straight. I could have got the kill actually, and potentially saved Swifty, because I think that, yeah, it was an eye for an eye there. So sort of thinking, oh no, I'll wait, and then yeah. But yeah, maximizing that DPM is to show really great restraint, I've found. And it is literally only towards the end of this grind for this tank, getting to the standard B, that I've really kind of started to get better at doing that, because it is too easy just to dump the clip and then be like, oh, I'll just fire the single round then. But when you're only getting an average of like 210, 200 per 9 seconds minute, maximum 9 seconds, you're not going to get it any lower than that. It's not really worth it. So yeah, that's the Pantera. Hopefully it's kind of been a bit of an insight if you are going down that grind. Yeah, leave a comment, let us know how you're doing on the grind. I'm Gizmo, and I shall see you later. Bye.